we have the current stock market update for CROX Incorporated, stock ticker CROX. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So we're going to take a look at a new stock. We have not looked at this stock before. This was a request from a channel member. I will do my best. If anybody wants to see if any channel members want to see a specific stock covered, just let me know in one of the comments. I'll try to. I don't always see every comment, but as long as I do see it, I'll do my best to cover the stock as quickly as I can. So this stock was a request from a channel member, and it is a very interesting choice here. This most recent earnings report has not been well received by the market, as we can see here. What we're looking at the moment is a weekly price chart. I did want to sort of take a broader look here because we haven't looked at this stock before. So each candle on this time frame represents a full week trading period. So, as we can see here, this is a very massive price movement here. And we're also breaking through some support levels as well. So we'll just quickly go over what actually happened in the earnings report, try to figure out why this is occurring, and try to make a determination about whether or not this is a good stock to purchase here near term. So quarterly adjusted earnings came in at $3.60 per share. This did surpass consensus estimates of $3.13 per share, and this does indicate gains on an annualized basis as well. During the same quarter of last year, the company produced $3.25 per share. And overall, in relation to the expectations, this does tell us that the company did beat EPS estimates by more than 15%. So that seems like good news, right? The stock is obviously declining, and most of the reason for this seems to be based on one of the segment brands that this company has. Now, I'm not hugely familiar with the product line. I am actually wearing a pair of CROCS at the moment, but I'm not familiar with Hey Dude. It's kind of a funny name. I'm not familiar with this product line. I don't even know what it is, but I guess it's a shoe segment. And I was just looking at the revenue figures there, and that part of the company does seem to be in a lot more trouble than the underlying CROX brand, which does have a lot of strong earnings growth, and they're continuing to perform fairly well. Considering the fact that it is an easily replicable, it's easy to steal the idea for the product. But that part of the CROX part of the company is still doing fairly well. But a major weight on the company is this Hey Dude segment. Q3 revenue for the CROX brand was up more than 7%. Management only guided for 3 to 5% growth. So that part of the company did beat expectations. But this Hey Dude brand, just kind of funny to say it. Revenues there plunged by 17% on an annualized basis. Now, this was largely expected. The company was expecting to see a 14 to 16% drop. So the actual figures did come in slightly outside of that guidance range. So to me, this doesn't seem like a huge disappointment relative to expectations. I mean, the underlying company, the main business, is seeing strong growth, did beat on earnings per share. And it's just this Hey Dude segment that seems to be the major problem. So the real question at this point is, do these results really justify, this type of share price decline? So what we're going to do here now is just sort of drill in a bit more, look at a bit of a closer term time frame here to sort of get a sense of where things can start to move next. So the first thing that I would look at when looking at a chart like this from the longer term perspective would be the fact that we have now broken through some pretty critical support levels right near 113.20. So we can just start there, because that type of price movement would lead to an acceleration of share price losses. And as we can see, we're trading right at the lows at the moment. We did see another sort of break like this, earlier on. This level would have come in right around 123.60 roughly. So this is really how I would begin the analysis with something like this, because it's a longer term price move here, and we're breaking through some very important long-term support levels. So from there, I would be looking at the Fibonacci retracement zones to get a sense of where we stand currently. And as we can see here, we're coming right into contact with the 61.8% Fibonacci retracement zone. So the stock price itself is looking very heavy right here. It doesn't, it's not really looking like we're going to see a bounce here. And if we do see a break below there, that would be a critical break, because it does suggest that share prices could start to see a much deeper retracement there. We do have one additional piece of evidence which suggests that support could be coming here somewhat soon. That would be this 200 week exponential moving average, which comes in right around 101.90. Okay, and then from there, that 61.8% retracement level, it's right around current levels. So I'm going to call this right around 108.90. So the main issue for me at the moment is whether or not we break through this Fibonacci level. If we do break through there, it does look to me like we could see a bit more of a downside extension. But I would be looking for areas to buy this stock, because to me this earnings reaction really doesn't look justified. So that's the question at the moment here. I mean, have share prices sort of moved too far here? Does this really, is this really explained by, these earnings results? And to me, it just seems like most of this was largely expected. I mean, from what I've been looking into, and I'm not, as I said, I'm not familiar with the product. But I suppose it's a shoe segment, shoe product. But that part of the company has shown significant weakness here for an extended period of time, and it does really seem to be like a lead weight that's weighing on this company at the moment. Um, but most of this was largely expected. I mean, the guidance came in, the upper end of the guidance was 16%, and it was only 17%. So it's not as if this was, a huge, massive surprise here. And then there were positive surprises within the CROCS brand. So to me, that this looks like a viable decline here. The question is just, where exactly does this occur? You could start to see a bounce from here. I mean, it wouldn't be completely surprising to see a bounce off of the 61.8% retracement level. It is an important support zone. And then in addition to that, you've also got this prior price high, which was seen right here. So this would be now expected to work as a support zone as well. So this is a very important level. I'm just a little bit cautious here because this is looking very heavy at the moment. And if we do see a break below there, I think that we're probably looking at a test of this 200-week exponential moving average, which would come in at 101.90. So here are the main price levels that I'm watching, and this does look like an opportunity here, but we need to sort of identify the right level. So here's the current market update for CROX Incorporated, stock ticker CROX. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.